I'm just really happy to be here along with the rest of the community to celebrate Joe Sanchez and all that he accomplished. And the amount of people that showed up today, the excitement that you feel in the air, the love, is testament to how we feel about Joe Sanchez and the work he did. And so Joe, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for the work you did, the person that you are, for being a trailblazer, and for standing up for what you believe in. You know, when you're one of the very first, when you're the first Latino fire commissioner, it's not easy to ask those questions that you know the majority of the people in the room are going to feel uncomfortable. It's not easy to stand up and say, hey, why don't we have more Latinos in the staffing positions in the fire department as firefighters? Why don't more of our personnel speak the language of this burgeoning Latino population? It's not easy to do that. You lose some friends, people look at you awkwardly. But when you do that and you stand up for what you believe in, it speaks a lot to the character of that person. And it speaks a lot to why that person even got involved in civic life in the first place. Because he wanted to change things. Joe Sanchez did that. He was a trailblazer. He stood up for what he believed in. And today, all of us are reaping the benefits of Joe Sanchez's work. You know, if you look around our police department today, it's diverse. If you look at the fire department today, it's diverse. If you look at our teaching corps, we have more work to do, but it's getting diverse. It's not as diverse as the fire department or the police department. You know, and the elected officials, you look at the leadership in the city, you know, it's more diverse. We talk about those issues that reflect the diversity in the city and in the county. It's a lot easier for us to discuss those issues and feel like we have people behind us to follow, to support us in those issues. And a lot of that is because of people like Joe and others who stood up and said they were going to do something. And I see in this crowd also people like Richard Polanco, Esteban Torres, and a lot of other community leaders who were there leading the charge. If they hadn't led that charge, we'd be a very different city today. We'd be still raising those issues. And because they raised those issues at the time, along with Joe Sanchez, we have a more cohesive city, although we have a lot more work to do. Joe, I was only a young little teenager walking, a little boy, not a teenager, a little boy running around the streets of Bow Heights as an immigrant who came to this country from Mexico. It was people like you who made it possible for families like me to have a future in this country. Muchísimas gracias, Joe.